Bonjour, St. Francis, and bonjour, people of God. It is Wednesday, the 30th day of July, 2025, Wednesday of the 17th week of the year, the 17th week in Ordinary Time. And before I head over to the Congress meeting today, I am in Luxembourg Gardens, so the Palace Gardens, that's again from the palace that I showed you a couple of days ago. So as part of the wonderful garden, one of the statues here, as you can see right behind me, is Auguste Bartholdi's replica of the Statue of Liberty that was given to the garden for the exhibition in 1909, and then would become the model for the Statue of Liberty in New York City. So there it is. So right here in the garden, and the garden is filled with a bunch of sculpture, tennis courts, all kinds of cafes, things like that. So it's quite a wonderful place. Again, it was all built for Marie de Medici, again the mother of Louis XIII, for her own use and enjoyment. And then after the revolution, it became something for everybody else to enjoy. So there's a carousel over there and a couple of other things like that, dotting just this part of the garden. The garden is expansive, so it's all over the place. So it's kind of a beautiful a place to walk in the morning or any time of the day, really. Tree lined, everything else like that. Tennis courts are right over there behind me. So it's kind of neat. So anyway, so going back to Wednesday, the 17th week of the year, 17th week in Ordinary Time, Moses with the need to veil his face, because every time he talks with God, his face becomes illumined and beautiful and bright with light and things like that. And people are either afraid to approach him or they can't come near him because the radiance of his face is just too bright for them to take, or too bright for them to handle. So whenever he goes to talk to God, he comes out with this radiance on his face, which is again a wonderful experience of what it means to talk to God face to face as a friend, in some ways, not as somebody who is a boss and an employee or something like that. But whenever he is not talking to God, the radiance remains, and he has to kind of veil his face so that it doesn't overcome the Israelites themselves. But again, so it's just an interesting kind of dynamic, again, that's used to describe Moses himself and again, this relationship that he has with God. The law is remade. The stone tablets are placed within the meeting tent for Israel to recognize, as well as other law that, again, it continues to expound on the 10. So again, the 10 commandments are not the be-all and end-all, although there are so many people who just want to make them the be-all and end-all. They do not cover everything, and in many ways they are repetitive. And in many ways, they talk about things that are not really all that important. So again, the reason why the law has to be expanded and to help make sense of the 10 commandments is what Moses does when he is talking to God, and then that is recorded so that Israel can live again by this law that God has established for it, by this law that God knows will create Israel into a mighty people, a great nation that will draw all people to itself. In Matthew's Gospel again today, just more examples of what the kingdom of God is like. A treasure found in a field, that a person sells everything that he or she has to possess that treasure, and then a pearl of great price that is found, and everything is sold again to be able to purchase that pearl. The whole understanding of yesterday, the kingdom of God is something that infects and makes things that are even better. Now the kingdom of God is seen as those things that are searched out, and when they are found, nothing will stop us from being able to possess it, from taking it a part of ourselves, making it a part of ourselves. It's not a selfish possession. It's not an egotistical possession. It's not a possession to be manipulated or used at our own whim, but it is a possession to be able to hold on to because it means so much to us, and it comes to be of great value to us. Again, things like jewelry and treasure do not seem to be consistent with what we would understand of things religious and dealing with God, and yet these images are used again to help people in the extreme realize again how wonderful it is to be a part of God's kingdom and to have found ourselves within that kingdom, and how that kingdom can continue to shape and to mold and transform our lives. A blessed day, St. Francis and people of God, from Paris again, from Luxembourg Gardens. May the Lord give you his peace.